Good morning. Good morning. Okay, I'm your madam today, Madam. I'll be presenting on, I'll be teaching on yeast products and living bread. So I want to call up the register. Teresa, present. Lilian, Sharon, present. Kim, Karen, present. Okay, I hope the class register is passing by so that everyone is present. So, can anyone tell us? I hope all of you are familiar with the word yeast. Can anyone give us a definition of what yeast is? Anyone, an example? And the definition of the word yeast. Anyone? Lena?
Is a raising agent.
Okay, that's a nice trial. Anyone? Yeast? Who can try to give us a definition of the word yeast? Okay, then yeast. Yes, Len. Pardon? Okay, sorry.
The definition of this is a single-celled microscopic kernel that feeds on sugar and produces carbon dioxide.
Okay, that's nice. But in simple terms, for yeast is a fungus, mostly where people use it in baking industry to bake. Okay, so I've given out a template where I'm going to allow all of you to write on it to give me the types of yeast. Have you written? Okay, this part, can you tell us something of what you have written?
So I've written instant. Instant.
What is that instant? What have you written this time?
I've written fresh yeast.
Fresh yeast. Another? Yes, Dorothy.
I've written active dry yeast.
Active dry yeast. Okay, that's good for all of you. So, we have three types of yeast: instant yeast, fresh yeast, and active dry yeast. But in baking, mostly we use the instant and the active dry yeast for baking. So, with the active dry yeast, we have to dissolve it in hot water for it to be able to be used in baking. While instant, you use it directly while you are baking. So, in short, instant and active yeast, when they're used in baking, instant is more faster compared to the active yeast, but both of them they are used to bake. But if you are in more time of using, you are advised to use instant yeast than active yeast. But when it's in terms of flavor, active dry yeast has more flavor than instant yeast. So, in pairs, can you discuss the types of yeast products? So we have given out the types of yeast. So
Yes.
can we in two pairs, in pairs of two, can you discuss the types of yeast products? Types of yeast products. Minutes, just discuss the types of yeast products. You can discuss with your partner. Are you done? Yes, Hilary? Bread. Iron. The types of yeast products.
Give us one.
Okay, so we have yeast, the types of yeast, we have instant yeast, fresh yeast, and active yeast. So from this yeast product, from the types of yeast, we are supposed to get the types of yeast products. Like when we are so easy types of yeast products, we have, I'll give you an example like for leavening or for limit use fermentation. Like the product, you see when we are fermenting, when we are using yeast, we ferment something like beer and wine. You get it? We use yeast to ferment to get that beer and wine. Yes. Or you get a process where we are supposed to have said when we are using active dry yeast, you have to use warm water for it to be active. So it's when you put it in bake or when you are making dough, you're supposed to mix the flour with the dough and let it rest for a while. Sometimes you have to put it maybe in a good dry place for it to rise. When you're fermenting that flour.
Cha, give us an example.
Okay, I'll give you when you are saying the types of yeast products, we use it for fermentation like for beer and wine, as I'm saying, and we use it to produce alcoholic beverages to convert sugar into alcohol. Are we together? Yes. Yeah. So, and we use when we are using the types of yeast product, we use it for leavening, especially when we are preparing white bread. Sour. Yes. We use it for leavening when we are preparing, especially white bread. If you understand the function of yeast, you will understand leavening because the yeast makes it to rise, like it multiplies itself, so that the dough is able to be double the size of the flour. Okay. Yes. So, okay. Also, yeast is used to enhance nutritional and flavor because, especially for the active dry yeast, than the instant yeast. This one it enhances flavor and the taste. Mostly, if you are cooking something like mahamri, you get that the taste and the aroma is so good. Okay. Yes. So, as we discuss the types of when we discuss the types of the yeast products, we are able to get the functions from these types. Okay. So if it's able to ferment and leaven, you're able to understand how yeast works and functions in those products. Okay. Okay? So can someone give us a trial of functions of this product? The function of yeast. Yes. Yeah, to enhance flavor, that's right. Yes. Claire? Yeah, fermenting. To leaven bread. Yeah. So that's, you have done a good job. That is nice. So I'm going to leave you with an assignment. You are going to discuss on the procedure of preparing white bread, which we are going to be collecting in our next class, which should be 9.